Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I am your hostess, femininity coach, and author of The Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So I've got another one who played a stupid game and then won a stupid prize, and this kind of goes back to women being childish and not communicating properly to these men in these relationships, and then losing either established relationships or potential relationships, all because they don't know how to communicate effectively and like adults and like grown women to say what they want, constantly trying to force men to do what they want them to do. Without any further ado, let's listen.
The ultimatum, he just looked at me in my face and was like, if you feel like you need to move, move. And so we went through 3 months of like chicken, where I had no friends in Vegas, no family in Vegas. I just really blurted that out. I did not mean it. I had no intention. I had no job. I had nothing. I had no plans on moving to Vegas. I thought I was going to force this man to propose to me. For 3 months, he was like, do what you got to do. You want to move, move. So the last day I was putting my stuff in the car, he came over and helped me put my stuff in the car, and we putting stuff in the trunk, and I just started crying. I'm like, you really gonna let me leave? He looked at me and he said, have a safe trip. Well, after I gave him the ultimatum, he just looked at me in my face and was like, if you feel like you need to move, move. And so we went through 3 months of like chicken, where I had no friends in Vegas, no family in Vegas. I just really blurted that out. I did not mean it. I had no intention. I had no job. I had nothing. I had no plans on moving to Vegas. I thought I was going to force this man to propose to me. For 3 months, he was like, do what you got to do. You want to move, move. So the last day I was putting my stuff in the car, he came over and helped me put my stuff in the car, and we putting stuff in the trunk, and I just started crying. I'm like, you really gonna let me leave? He looked at me and he said, have a safe trip.
And there you have it. There you have it, where you've got these grown women, and she's not no 19, 20 years old. This woman is gotta be in her mid to late 30s at least. So you're in a relationship long enough that you feel like you need to take it to the next level. Okay. You feel as though you guys need to be engaged or moving more towards marriage faster than you've been going. The fact that she was able and willing to throw out an ultimatum to force him to do what she wanted him to do was why he was dragging his feet to marry her. There's always a reason why a man will be there with you, have a whole relationship with you, all involved, living with you and all that kind of stuff, but won't marry you. There's always some reason. He is either looking at his time, his toll, his trouble, or the threat. And one or more of these is typically the problem that he's having with the woman he's in a relationship with. And when a man is in a relationship for a while, let's say a couple of years, you're pretty sure he loves you, but the relationship is seems stagnant. Okay, like he's not really moving too fast towards marriage, although you seem to actually be having a long-term in-depth relationship. Typically he's gotten over 1 and 2, and the problem is in 3 or 4 or both. You're either too much trouble or you're too big of a threat, or you're a combination of both as a woman. Okay. And a combination of these is going to threaten time or toll. So he's actually assessing that you're super problematic somewhere. And maybe he doesn't quite pinpoint exactly where you're problematic at. But eventually the woman will tell on herself. And this woman told on herself. And the way that she did that was she thought she jumped right into the masculine position as if women are in charge of relationships, and we are not. We do not run the show. We do not say when we're in a relationship. We don't get to say when the relationship moves forward. We don't get to say what level of relationship we're on. The only thing that women get to say in terms of relationships is we get to back out of them. We get to back out. That's pretty much it. Other than that, women do not gatekeep relationships either prior to the relationship or while the relationship is going on. So we don't actually say. So when you want to get married to this man, but you don't know how to not be in your masculine energy, trying to make people do stuff, trying to make people do what you want them to do. You can't make him do nothing. And it's just, and I promise you, that wasn't the first instance where she's tried something like that to give him some type of order or give him some type of ultimatum or try to, manipulate situations in a way where he's going to do what she thinks that he should do. It's such a masculine and manipulative energy to be in, and it is trouble. It is a threat, actually. So that's the problem he was having. I think it's awesome that he let her play herself out of the relationship. He let her play herself out of it. If you want to act stupid, you want to stand on stupid stuff that you said, when you obviously, he knows she didn't mean that. After 3 months of her playing, he know that whatever ultimatum or whatever actual thing she said, and she gonna leave and she gonna move and blah, 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 blah. He knows she didn't want to do that. But I'm going to let you stand on business, like y'all say. You grown and you know what you said. You never once does she explain that she approached him with humility, at any point apologized, or at any point took accountability for what she said and expressed to him how she really felt. She still tried to manipulate, even at the end where they're putting her things in the car and she just busts out crying. Now he's supposed to, stop the whole world and be like, baby, why are you crying? Da, 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 da. And she's supposed to, he's supposed to swoop in and save her. And she still doesn't express to him as an adult, listen, I didn't mean that and I don't want to leave. Instead of saying that, which he knows he's probably waiting on her to become an adult and say those words to him. She never did. She just tried to manipulate the situation even further and started crying. And he didn't let that phase him either. That probably was the nail in the coffin, because you just gonna cry. So you still not going to express yourself. You still not gonna take accountability for your words and your actions. You still not gonna do that. Fine. And that's why he turned her and said, have a safe trip, because I'm not doing it. I'm not playing this game with you. You want to play, then you play by yourself. You're not going to continue to waste my time. And if you don't want me, don't talk to me. You can go. You can go. I died. This is what I've been feeling. This is the bullet that I'm dodging. I'm finally seeing right now the bullet that I'm dodging. Fine, ma'am. Bon voyage. Okay? Don't take that left turn at Albuquerque. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. I don't know what you want me to say. Because for 3 months, I've been waiting on you to take accountability and you've been dodging it like the Matrix. So since you don't know how to do that and you don't know how to talk, you're doing me a favor, because I don't want to spend another moment with a woman that cannot speak her mind truthfully and honestly, and without trying to twist my arm and manipulate me in ways so that I can do what she wants me to do, instead of talking to me and having a conversation with me like an adult. So thank you. And y'all had better learn how to start communicating. Just because you talk a lot doesn't mean that you communicate effectively. Stop trying to manipulate the situation. Ain't no man gonna marry you if you're not marriageable in his eyes. You have to be marriage material in his eyes. And if you are not, he won't do it. And there's no amount of arm twisting that's gonna make him do so. Okay, men they're not doing that anymore. So you ladies better just get with it or get gone. Get right or get left. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.